up? It's Steve from that old Yorkshire geek, and welcome to my first live review of Star Trek Lower Decks Season 5. Normally with these Lower Decks, I've been doing them as like short reviews, flash reviews, which last a minute, and just write out a quick review and recite it, and just bang it on YouTube. But I thought with Season 5 being Lower Decks' final season, I thought I'll do a full review of each episode, and we'll do it live, just to add to the fun. So if you're watching live, join us in the chat if you're a subscriber. And also don't forget to like and subscribe and share the videos, drop a comment and hit the notification bell if you're subscribed already. Right, we should be live on YouTube, fingers crossed. Yes, and I think we might be live on Twitch. Yes, we're live on Twitch as well. We're not live on Rumble because I didn't have time to set it up, unfortunately. So anyway, so I'm going to review the first 2 episodes of Season 5 of Star Trek Lower Decks. The first episode is called Dos Cerritos, where they encounter another USS Cerritos, so hence Dos. Uno, dos, tres, or whatever the hell it is in Spanish. And the second episode, Shades of Green. And they're both a lot of fun. I really enjoyed them. I really enjoyed both of them. And I'm looking forward to more. Right, so, crack a yardy. I'm shattered today. I'm really tired. Anyway, so let's get on with it, shall we? So, right. Anyway, what else shall I say? Oh, yes. I've said all that, haven't I? Not Rumble, Twitch and YouTube. We're live on there. Later on, I'll upload it. No, well, never mind. I'm going to say something else. I was going to say what I usually say in my live streams, but I don't normally say. Never mind. Ignore me. I can't edit it out because we're live. Never mind. I'm an idiot. I told you I'm really tired. Anyway, check the description. There's lots of links in the description for like Facebook, X, Instagram, and merch links where you can get T-shirts and caps and stuff, and mugs and all sorts of different things. And also my Patreon page and stuff like that. Right, and my books. So check that out. Also, become a member where you can see exclusive and early access videos on YouTube. Right, so we'll get on with it now, shall we? So off we go. Add it to the stage. Yeah, it is. Right, we begin. Now we start with the usual. By the way, this is, I like this what they do in New Trek, where they start each episode with the ship that's in the show. So this is the Cerritos that we're seeing, but you can't really see it well there. So I'll wait. I'll leave it until the opening titles. There's a bit on the USS Cerritos that I'm thinking, why is it there? I don't know, but we'll get to it. Anyway, so off we go. We begin. Right, we're somewhere. I can't remember. It says somewhere in the Beta Quadrant. Here we are. Somewhere in the Beta Quadrant. As we say in the Yorkshire, Beta Quadrant. Anyway, by the way, if you're wondering what's behind me, that blue. Hang on, I'll show you. For God's sake. I'll make myself tiny. Hang on, where are we? There, it's the Federation logo, in case you're wondering why it was blue behind me, and not anything else. Right, where were we? Right, off we go. Somewhere in the Beta Quadrant, and there's a ship. It looks like a familiar design of ship. I'm sure we've seen that several times in Star Trek. But it turns out we're on the ship of some sort of collector. When it decides to do this, there's the old. I can't remember what they call it. It was in that episode on Riser, wasn't it? I forgot what they call it. It was a thing from the future, wasn't it? It's got one of those and other things, and he's trying to woo this young woman with his fertility symbol. We've seen these aliens before in Lower Decks. Have we seen them in regular Star Trek? I don't know, because they're weird, aren't they? They've got lots of nostrils. But anyway, they've become under attack. He's super rich. He's really, really rich, bragging about how rich he is, and he's got platinum mines and stuff like that. But then suddenly they're under attack from Orions. It's not showing it, is it? Never does. There we go. They're under attack from Orions. I don't know what these are. They're his crew, but I don't know what race they are. So anyway, but he says, they'll never get us because got super defences and it can all be controlled from here. And then suddenly this young girl leaps into action, beats everybody up, and it turns out It's hang on. It turns out it's in a minute. There we go. It's Tendi, yay! If you remember, in season 4, she left Starfleet, or she was forced to leave Starfleet to go and become an Orion pirate again. So that's what she's doing. Is good old Tendi, but obviously she doesn't really want to do that. Anyway, she's got an all-girl crew, obviously, and they're wanting to kill everybody, but Tendi's telling them, no, we don't kill anybody now. We're not killing anybody. We're just stealing their stuff, because they're pirates. Right, and then the opening credits begin. Right, here we go. I like these opening. I like watching. I generally watch some, like when it's on Netflix and stuff. I generally skip the opening credits, but I never do with Lower Decks for some reason. I kind of like the opening credits. That's what I'm on about. What's that bit for? On the Cerritos, it's like a little depressed area. I don't know why it's there. Yes, I nearly forgot about this. The title, it's got the Next Generation Star Trek TNG title thing where it just for season 5. Sorry, it caught me wire. Just for season 5, it had that thing going on. So that's a nice little touch, because this is season 5 of Lower Decks. That's it. Mike McMahon being a fan. Right, off we go. And the end part where it shows the big battle with the Borg. They add something new each season. In this, I think they've added lots of stuff in this one. I could be wrong, but there's the big green hand of Apollo. Were they in before? I can't remember. If that were in before. But anyway, before we get to the end, V'Ger arrives. The V'Ger's cloud arrives. Anyway, right. So off we go. Let's say, hang on, so we can get another look at it. There we go. That. What's this bit for? I'd hate to have a cabin behind one of these windows, because you're just looking out and seeing somebody else across the way. So I wonder what that's for. I don't know. Somebody will know, won't they? But anyway, right. I'd rather, I wonder if this is the. Well, it's not the cabin for the lower deckers, because they had a lovely view, didn't they, when they were lower deckers and they had that shared dormitory. So I don't know. But you'd want to have a view of the stars, wouldn't you? Not somebody across the way. Anyway, off we go. Right, we begin. Can't remember what this is called. I meant to look it up and I forgot. There we go, there's a title, Dos Cerritos. And Beckett Mariner is trying to do this Vulcan puzzle. I wish I could remember what it were called. I can't remember. No, it's gone. One that we see Tuvok playing in Voyager. It's where you have to make it into a perfect form, and she's trying that. It'll come to me, maybe. But she gets interrupted by Boimler. He comes in, and we've learned that he's going to be in the latest issue of I can't remember what it's called. Hang on. It shows us. There we go. Fleet magazine, the official Starfleet magazine, and he's going to be in that because he commanded the Cerritos for a few hours, didn't he? So anyway, what's going on? What's going on this? I didn't pause it before. The official Starfleet magazine, top 10 Riker moments. Klingon couture. Blood is the new black. Q Who, the continuum awaits. I don't know what this is, by the way. 30 under 30. 30 amazing officers under 30% of their lifespan. Under 30% of their lifespan. Discoveries, tributes, Trekonomics. Anyway, he's supposed to be in it, because they interviewed him. And then he looks through and he's not there. They've cut him out. He's not in the 30, and he's not even in the 15 honourable mentions. So he's fed up. Look, he's fed up. He's Boimler. Anyway. And then we learn that Rutherford hasn't been really handling the lack of Tendi well, and he's thrown himself into his work, so that's why he's unshaven and sweaty and stuff, so he doesn't have to think about it. So anyway, but he's his usual joyful self, but he's hiding it into. Right, so suddenly they get called to the bridge, and here we go. Then a quantum fissure. This is the clip that we saw at New York Comic Con. A quantum fissure has appeared, and apparently they've been appearing with alarming regularity, according to the Vulcan girl, whose name I've forgotten. Bloody hopeless I am, tell you, I'm terrible. Ta'ana, is it? Yeah, Ta'ana. She tells us that they've been appearing with alarming regularity. Anyway, so they've got to find a way to seal it back up. And then Boimler says, alternate universe, wouldn't it be cool if we met people with hands for feet or feet for eyes or something more creative? Anyway, apparently everything's fine, but then suddenly there's an outburst from it and they're getting pulled in, dunked like a big cookie. But anyway, they get pulled through and they get a hail from another Cerritos, the DOS of the two. And they're in another universe, so there we go. And this Cerritos is captained by Captain Becky Freeman. That's it, and they're all slightly different. So that's a big shock for them. Then they're all looking there. All right, let's have a look at the bridge. There we go. There we see the bridge crew. What am I bloody like? Handsome. Handsome's there. Ransom, not handsome. He thinks he's handsome, doesn't it? Ransom's there. Slightly longer hair. The cat doctor lady looks pretty much the same, and so as does the Trill that's over there. But Boimler's got a Riker beard and tash. Oh, aye, and Shax. He's got a ponytail. Good man. And Rutherford's very, very cyborgy. But anyway, so there we go. So, meanwhile, back with Tendi. She's talking to her sister, who's the head of their clan or whatever. And her sister tells her that she's trying to buy her way back. Is Tendi trying to buy her way back into Starfleet, pay off her debt to her sister? And her sister says, "Well, if you go, we found a ship, an old Orion ship, on this planet, and if you retrieve that for me, your debt's paid. You can go back to Starfleet." And there we go. That's showing it there. So cool. Anyway, right. So they're all getting to know each other. These duplicates, people from alternate universes, and we learn that there's only a point, something 347 or whatever, variance. She says here, hang on, have I got the subtitles on? Just bear with me. No, I didn't have them on. There we go. What is it? 0.327. Oh, we're close. A 0.327 variance. So that the universes are basically identical. I was thinking, is it like the mirror universe or whatever? But there's hardly any difference. But there's enough difference for to be quite significant changes in people. But anyway, such as the Ta'ana from the other universe says remarkable. She says fascinating, and you'll notice that the uniforms from the alternate universe are darker than the ones from the prime universe, although they argue that their universe is the prime one. Anyway, so they're all getting to know each other, and they think they're going to get on swimmingly. And there we see King Billups. So obviously he's found a way to go back home, do his sex stuff, become king, and then come back and be the chief engineer. Whereas this Billups didn't want to do that, did he, for some weird reason? But anyway, right. So they found a way that they're going to use both ships to create an energy surge that'll open up the portal, the fissure, and so that the fake Cerritos, as they call it, can go back to its own universe. Anyway, so they've got 10 hours to sort it out, and Captain Freeman says, "Oh well, we both crews working together, we'll do it in half the time." And then she says, "But hang on, where am I?" And they don't tell us where the alternate version of her is. Yeah, there goes, she's asking it there. Right, so they get on with it. And they're all getting to know each other, and we learn that this Captain Becky Freeman rules with an iron fist, so to speak. He's always throwing people in the brig, and they're all, she's very stiff. And we also learn why Beckett Mariner calls herself Beckett Mariner. we're all thinking, well, I was thinking, has she been married or stuff like that? You know, why has she got a different name to her mother, who's the captain? And we learned that it's a middle name is Mariner, so she's Beckett Mariner Freeman. Weird name, but anyway, whatever. So there we go. Anyway, right. So meanwhile, back on this other planet, it tells us what planet it's called, but I've forgotten. Let's have a look. There we go. Alva 4, they're at. They've arrived on this ship, and we get to learn that it's a medical ship. But first, some blue Orions arrive. Is it going to show them? Here they are. There they are. Some blue Orions arrive. They pronounce it Orions. We first saw them in the animated series, the Star Trek animated series from the 70s, in the episode The Pirates of Orion, or Orion, I suppose you pronounce it. Because that's how they said it in the animated series. And even Captain Kirk, William Shatner, pronounced it like that. Orion, not Orion. And don't know why, but they've carried that over in this, and they say Orion, but the green Orions say Orion, and they even have an argument about it. Anyway, and it's I think it's amazingly funny. But if you look on, in Memory Alpha, he tries to explain why these are different to the other Orions. I think it's just a weird quirk of Star Trek that they're just. I think they were supposed to be different aliens, and I think they just forgot that they had Orion slave girls, and they just called them something else and pronounced it a different way. Anyway, they all start shooting at each other. There we go. Because they're in competition for this ship. Anyway, meanwhile, back at the Dos Cerritoses, they're working on sorting out, this energy beam thing, and that made me laugh. Because the boiler on the other Cerritos is with his beard and that, he's super confident and he winks a lot. And our boiler says, when I wink at people, they think I'm having a seizure. And I fell about laughing at that. But anyway. We learned that the Rutherford, as he calls him, as our Rutherford calls him, the Otherford, can breathe, well, don't need to breathe in outer space, can survive in the vacuum of space. And we also learn he's got a third arm that comes out of his chest, so that little thing there. Anyway, so they're getting busy, and then I think they're going to see him fighting. Everybody's fighting in the cargo bay. There we go. They're all fighting over how to do things. So anyway, she players pop with them. There's Captain Becky Freeman, and throws one of these chaps, her version of him, in the brig, because that's what she does. And obviously, our Becky, our Mariner, we'll call her Mariner. Oh, she's Freeman, she's Mariner. Doesn't like the way that she operates. Anyway, so they're fighting the Orions, and they beat them, they fight them, and they drive them away, and she stabs this one, and not quite killing him, and Tendi sends them away, and then she goes and cures him, heals him, and then sends him on his way, because she don't want to kill anybody, remember. Right, so they're all ready to give it a go, and but something goes wrong. Here we go. We see something goes wrong, and it doesn't quite work. There we go. Nothing happens. Calculations were off, so they've got to start again. And here we see Captain Becky Freeman's going to start hitting people with her riding crop. Anyway, so they've got to get back to work. So that's what they're doing. Oh, and we learn that Tendi in their universe, she also went off back to be a pirate, and their Rutherford wiped his memory of her. So there we go. Anyway, he steals the blue Orion steals the pad that's got all the information on. So they're going to end up fighting again. And this bit here that Mariner doesn't realise she's talking to the other Talana. It says, no sign of Captain Bleephead I see. And she obviously hasn't noticed that they've got different coloured uniforms. They're darker, aren't they? But anyway, never mind. Never mind. Right. Anyway, so they're ready to try again. And Becky Freeman's telling our universe crew to get off her ship. It's not been a pleasure. And then she says, Mariner, in, a word. So she phases Becky Mariner, and she wants to swap places because she's fed up of being a stiff captain, and she wants to be young and free again. Not young, but she wants to be free and footloose again, like our Mariner is. So she's gonna, there we go. She's gonna swap places with her. She puts Mariner in her uniform and ties her hair up, and she's gonna beam over to the Cerritos and go back to being a loose cannon. Anyway, there's going to be like a mutiny against Tendi because they realise that she healed one of the Blue Orions, but she fights them off and she tells them, that she's in charge. But then it turns out they don't want to kill people either. They're just trying to follow her lead. They thought that she was so good at being a pirate and kicked ass so much that her family let her choose her way and go to Starfleet, and they want to do similar things. They want to kick so much ass. They want to do what they want to do. Like she wants to go dancing and she wants to do other things. So just suddenly they're on Tendy's side again. Anyway, right, this is where we learn it's a medical ship. And because apparently the Orions were super advanced a long time ago. Right, so here we are. They're all beaming over back to the Cerritos, and Rutherford says, "Okay, erase the memory of me," because he erases me, so he doesn't have to feel sad. And he says, "No, he's saving it." So he realizes, there goes his third arm, gives him a little pat with his little tiny hand. It's my strong hand. Anyway, so remember, this is not our Beckett Mariner. This is the imposter. So she's beaming back over with them. But it doesn't last very long. Anyway, the fissure opens and the Cerritos starts heading back into the fissure. And we also learn that the other version of Captain Freeman ends up at Starbase 80, which we saw... I think it might have been last season, Starbase 80, where they send all the duff officers. It's where all the rubbish people in Starfleet go. I would end up there. Anyway, let's make sure everything's okay. Yes, it is, right. So that's what they do. That's why she's looking shocked. Anyway, Becky Mariner frees her bonds by using the computer. Computer release binds, authorization, Captain Freeman and all that. And she goes out and says, "Stop that ship." And they soon realise that she's not their captain. So meanwhile, back on the Orion ship, they use laughing gas or whatever to stop the Blue Orions, and they end up fighting them. And it's like I say, switching backwards and forwards. They end up stopping the Cerritos, and the switch captains again. Everything's sorted out, and they put their captain now in the brig. There we go. Putting their captain in the brig. So there's a bit of a mutiny. Oh, and they put hang on, let's do it again. There we go. Ransom says, "Boimler, you're acting captain." I presume just while he's off the bridge, and he does the Riker manoeuvre as he stands up, look, his leg over the chair. Says, "On it," and Boimler says, "Dang, he's good." Anyway, so the Cerritos goes back into our universe. Right, they get this ship going. They're still laughing, look, and they're headed back to the Orion homeworld. The thing that annoys me about Star Trek is that they use constellation names for planet names like Orion and Rigel. It does me head in. Anyway, so Yes, I think he's got a pad from the other universe because he's looking at it. There we go. And Boimler had a cover picture. So I think this is from the other universe. She says, "What you looking at?" Nothing. Anyway, so everything's back to normal. Oh, and then Talana makes a joke. She says, "Remarkable" instead of fascinating. They all think she's one of the other from the other universe. And she says, "I got you," and all that, and they all laugh. Right, so Tendi thinks she's going back to Starfleet, but then we have word that the Blue Orions have declared war on them because Tendi used unpirate-like tactics to get the ship. But it's, to decide, there you go. If it's a war they want, they can have it. But this isn't an all-out war, in the Orions, the Blue Orions versus the Green Orions. It's just like the Tendi pirates against those particular blue ones, like the Houses. Anyway, that's how the episode ends. There we go. That's how the episode ends. So it's a good I enjoyed that episode. I've enjoyed both of these, but I enjoyed that episode. I think it was a lot of fun. And as usual in Lower Decks, lots of Easter eggs and callbacks and stuff like that. But it was a lot of fun episode. I enjoyed it a lot, and it was nice that we finally know why she's called Beckett Mariner. It's a middle name. Good job she had a middle name, innit? I ain't got a bloody middle name, so I'd have been knackered, me. Anyway, never mind. So let's move on to the next episode. Let's do that. Just bear with me while I sort myself out. Here we go. Right, we're off again. In episode 2, this one's called, what did I say? Shades of Green, I think I said, didn't I? Have the subtitles on, let me just double check. No, they're not, you see, they don't come on automatically. Right, off we go with the next episode. Hang on, how are we starting? With the Orions doing stuff. A secret mission. I don't remember this bit. I've just bloody watched it. Anyway, so there on a secret mission is Tendi with all these Blue Orions about, and yes, I do remember what's happening now. Yes, of course. It's not really happening. It's like a game or whatever. He's about to shoot her, but then he gets squished. Here it comes. By a big thingamabob. We're told it's a food item. And it's a flashback. We're looking at Tendi and her sister, she's Devana Tendi and her sister, De Erica, doing these like tactics, Orion tactics, training to be pirates and stuff. But obviously, ever since she was young, she's always wanted to be a Starfleet officer, and that's what she's saying. She's mocking her a bit. Look at you, Miss Starfleet. But then something happens here, and that's it. Obviously, they love each other and having fun and stuff. And then the mother comes in and says, "Right, it's time for bed and all that." "Oh, just 10 more minutes, Mum." And says, "Okay, right." And then Erica stands up and she gets all dizzy, and I don't know if this is going to be something that's going to play out. But she gets up and she's all dizzy, and she says, "No, I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with me." So I wonder if this is something's going to happen to her later in the season. I don't know. But anyway, so and then it cuts to the titles. There we go. Oh dear. Right, there we go. Shades of Green. Captain's log, stardate 59376.9. Where are they? Don't know. At Targallus 9. Oh, yes, of course. They've arrived at a planet that's joined the Federation, and it used to have a capitalist society with money and stuff. And the Cerritos is there to help them get rid of their monetary system. Because capitalism's bad. So that's what they're doing. Because obviously they've got post-scarcity technology. Essentially, they've got replicators. So they can have whatever they want. So everybody's, just going to the replicators. They're getting loads of hamburgers and stuff. I'd be dead within a week if we had replicators because I'd just eat myself to death. And these weird aliens, I don't know if you've seen them before, but they're like their ears, they tie their ears up at the top of their head. I don't think it shows any with their ears flopping down, I don't think. But I could be wrong. So they're there to help them get rid of their money and jewels and stuff like that. But not all the Targallons are happy about it, as we'll see. There we go. No money, no problems, they're saying. Because it's the root of all evil. Anyway. Currency disposal and recycling centre. That's what the Federation's there to help them set up. So anyway. So this Boimler, with his young ensigns, he's in charge of. They're helping get rid of some of the, like I said, big bars of gold and stuff. The Ferengi would have a field day here, wouldn't they? Anyway. Mariner comes, she's been helping with their stock exchange. They've turned it into an animal hospital or something like that. But anyway. She said, wait, Bombs, don't move, you've got something on your lip. Because he's trying to grow a moustache. I'm guessing because of what happened in the previous episode, where we saw Boimler with a full beard and moustache, Riker style. I'm guessing he's trying to go for that. But I bet it doesn't work. So I'm guessing in the next episode, it'll have a little bit more. I'm guessing. We'll see. Anyway. And we learn about the bointers. He's got things that he calls bointers. Little tips that he gives to his ensigns. Instead of pointers, he's calling them bointers. Because he's called Boimler, Anyway, Mariner persuades him to essentially be a cool commander. And all that stuff, so he gives his two ensigns an hour off. Says, "Oh, take an hour off, and we'll meet back here in an hour." So they're going to go and have some fun as well. There we go. Why don't you take an hour off? Woohoo! Yeah. So cool. They're going to go and have fun for a little while. Anyway, meanwhile, back on Orion. Tendy's sneaking into her sister's office and looking at her personal logs, and like I said, the war is going on. They're basically the pillaging each other, the Blue Orions and Tendy's family, rather than going out and robbing from other people, other races. They're keeping it within the syndicate, I suppose you could say. Anyway. There she's saying now she likes having Devana back, and then we learn that she's pregnant. And that's what she's saying. That's what she's looking at there. I have to keep my pregnancy secret. And she goes, I'm going to be an aunt. Squeal. But we learn later that she's only keeping it a secret from Tendy. Everybody else knows about it. Anyway. But she gets caught, but she says, I'm here for a dagger. Anyway, they're being called to see the Queen of the Orions, or whatever they call her. I think, is it this way, she says. It might be in a minute. Right, Rutherford's trying to fix a door. Hang on, in a minute. There he is. He's trying to fix this door. Stop it. And Talana just appears behind it and makes him jump. And she says... She wants to, help him in some way or whatever. He says, I've got to fix this door. He hasn't got time to start work on the shuttle. She wants to learn how to repair shuttles and stuff. But I don't understand why. I don't get it. I know she's... I don't know. She were on a Vulcan ship, but... Aren't the Vulcan ships part of Starfleet? I don't know. Is Starfleet still an Earth thing? I don't know. But anyway, so she's she's still an ensign. I don't know, or is she a lieutenant now or whatever? But she's got different. She don't have pips, like they have pips. She's got a different thing. But anyway, I don't know. But whatever. But he says he hasn't got time. He's got to fix this door. So she's going to stand there while he fixes that. Right, they've arrived at the Queen Orion or whatever they call it, and they're having a row. This is where they argue about, how's a Tendy and a Zua? And she says, you're going with a Zua now, not like, what is it? Blue losers. There we go, big blue losers. But they're pirating each other instead of, others. So when you pillage each other, it hurts all Orions. Or she says Orions, but they say Orions. Hang on, there we go. Hang on, where are we? There we go. I love muting. We'll listen to this bit.
An Orion tactic.
An Orion tactics.
To steal our frigate.
Bullshit! You tried to steal it from us first, and it's pronounced Orion.
And it's pronounced Orion. Anyway. So the Queen, or whatever she is, says they're going to do it, work it out the old way. They've got to stop this war. They're going to work out the old way with a sail ship race through this nebula. Hang on, it shows us in a minute. Hang on, gone too far. There we go. Through the Exelon Nebula. Oh, it looks more like an asteroid field to me, but never mind. So they've got to do a sail, solar sailing thing through there. Anyway, and whoever survives gets all the wealth of the others. So there we go. And the losing house will be removed from the syndicate. So right. So they've got to go. Presume they've got a sail ship handy. Meanwhile, they're all burning the money on this other planet. There we go. They get back to the shuttle, and their ensigns are no longer there, and they're not answering hails. And then Ransom comes over the comm. It's another thing that happens a couple of times in this that makes me giggle. Ransom comes over the comm. Ransom's Lieutenant Mariner, how's it looking down there? And she's about to say, we can't find, Boimler's two ensigns. But he comes over and grabs hold of her comm badge, doesn't cop a feel, and says, yeah, we're fine. And then Ransom says, what is it? What does he say? There we go. Love that you two are sharing a comm badge, because he doesn't use his own. He just grabs hers, Ransom out. But he does it again in a bit. And he says, do you want me to send you another comm badge? Anyway, so they're going to look for them themselves. There we go. I've always set a rendezvous point, so there should be. There we go, at the Museum of Friendship. So they're going to go over there to find the errant ensigns. Meanwhile, the sail race thing is ready to get underway. And Tendy doesn't want Devana doing anything dangerous, but she thinks her pregnancy, because she's pregnant. But anyway, at the beginning, and I don't think, do they understand how solar sailors work? They don't. I don't know. It's. I thought they sailed on the solar wind, which is like a subatomic particles or whatever coming from the star, the sun. Rather just, they're not solar panels, are they? But anyway, whatever. It doesn't really matter, does it? Anyway, they're off. They're set off. And there we go. She's saying, you should be sitting down and all that stuff. Talana's fixing the shuttle. He says, no, just leave it. I'll do it. They're all queuing up. And they say, why are we queuing up? We don't need to. But they're not there. Anyway, the ensigns aren't there. So they've got to go looking for them. And they need... I think they see him, actually. They see him getting taken away. Is it this one? Hang on, where are we? I think they see him getting kidnapped. Hang on, I've gone too far. Let's go back a bit. I might see the other one where Ransom contacts him again. He talks through a thing. Says, I'll send you another... Oh, for Pete's sake. Send you another comm badge. I think it's this way. There we go. They see him being taken away by two people. They've been captured. Look, they're tied up. So they've got to there we go, commandeer the hover bike cruiser thing, whatever. And she says, fine, take it. I'll just replicate another one, because the replicators are cool. Unless you're in Stargate, and then they're not cool. This is where you're facing the wrong way. She's got to tell him that, because girl boss. But he's still driving it, isn't he? And she's the passenger, so fair enough. So they're chasing after them bad guys. Anyway, they're in the middle of their race. and the Orions start shooting at them. And so she says, we've got to stop, got to stop De Erica, because she's going to be too busy bothering with them blue Orions, rather than winning the race. So she tells her crew there, you'll do as I say, because she's the mistress of the winter constellations and all that stuff. So they're going to have a mutiny, and it says, well, a gentle mutiny. It's a cutiny. So that's what they're going to do. So there you go. This fasten her down with electro restraints or whatever, and take control of the ship and carry on the race. Anyway, meanwhile, on Targallus, whatever the hell it's called, they found that these kidnappers are like rich kids, it seems. They were taking them to their house, and they're not good. Like I said, they strap weapons to their household robots. The household robots don't have limbs, so I don't know how they work. Because like I said, we see that one's trying to sweep with a disruptor. But how do they use them? I don't know. But anyway, they do have arms that come out. But anyway, I don't know. Anyway, they distract them, by making them sweep up or whatever, and but then they get captured. But anyway, meanwhile, back in the race, they're still slightly in the lead. But Derricka, hang on, oh, for Pete's sake, the bad guys fire. Here it is. Is it in a minute? The bad guys, the blue Orions. There he goes. He fires like a harpoon. Josh Temple. There we go at. Tendy's ship, and damages their solar sail. They said that Erica gets out because of the energy disruption or whatever, and she's going to go out and do something, and Tendy says, no, you can't, because I know you're pregnant. And she says, everybody knows I'm pregnant. But anyway, the ship crashes. I think they've lost the race because their ship's crashed on one of the asteroids. It's a funny nebula, is this? But anyway, the ship's crashed on one of the asteroids. Right, anyway, they've been captured. I don't know how this robot's tied them up. See, they've got tied up with ropes. I don't know how the robot's done that. We see it does have like a little arm that comes out, but I can't see it tying them up. But anyway, taking them down to the cellar, and they find that the ensigns are dead. Hang on, they're bleeping dead. And the gardener bot, oh, I forgot to water them. I failed as a gardener. I failed as a guard. Oh dear. Right, they're trying to see if they can fix this ship, but they can't. But the Blue Orions are on their way back now, back to the finish line or start, whatever. I mean, which means they found the treasure. By the way, there was a treasure at the other end that to retrieve, to show that that they'd won. So they're on the way back. So they've got to find a way to catch up with them. Basically, this is where we learn that she were only keeping it a secret from Tendy because her daughter. We learn that she's carrying a daughter, would become the next mistress of the winter constellations, and Tendy had be required to train her for 14 years. So she didn't tell her so that she could go off and join Starfleet again. So she was just protecting Tendy rather than all that. Anyway, right, so somebody has a brainwave. I can't remember which one it is. Hang on, where are we? Because they look up, it's like a comet. There it is, look like a comet. And they use that. I think they use like a grapple or something, and they use the comet to pull them off the surface. I don't know if that would work, but there they are. Look, or a tractor beam or whatever. Right, so Billup's mother sent him a dragon because Billup's from a world that's like a fairy tale. There's all fantasy creatures and stuff, and it's all weird. So that's why he's all burnt. Anyway, he goes into the cargo bay, where he's been doing his fixer-upper shuttle, and he finds out that Talana's mended it, and it's all gleaming and nice. There we go. It's all nice. And before it were all ramshackle, wasn't it? Bits of wood and stuff like that. But she's finished it. She says, I stayed up all night repairing the shuttle. So, oh no, that was mine and Tendy's thing. Now what? We'll have nothing to work on together. Anyway, but they arrive and see that they've killed the two ensigns. But they don't let them free. They said, right, we're just going to go off the grid, and they basically just run away. Yes. And while they were doing that, they were doing what they call it, CPR on them. And suddenly, when they've gone, there we go. They like vomit out, and just suddenly they're fine. And it turns out they were using one of Boimler's Bointers, number 16, I think, about flora and fauna, and they found a little bug, as he's going to show him in a minute. There we go. Tie-dyed coma beetle that if it bites you, it makes you look as though you're dead for a while. So they use one of those. So anyway, so they want to go and have fun. He says, but you were clinically dead. Man, I thought you were fun. Anyway, so that's all that sorted out. Anyway, right, so they're heading after the Blue Orions, and obviously they're going to catch up to them. There we go. He grabs, they get on board, grab the treasure, and Tendy throws it out into space and destroys it. There we go. Shoots it with the phaser. Hang on. There we go. Blows it up. Says, no, neither of us will win. Says, well, yeah, it's a tie, so both of us have won. But the Queen's not interested. Everyone loses. What's happened to her hand there? Everyone loses. So she's going to take the wealth from both of their houses. So Tendy thinks she's done the wrong thing, but her family's quite supportive. They say it's fine. Maybe just having nothing will just be a nice break from all the assassination attempts and stuff like that. But anyway, Divana's looking angry there, but she's not really. Tendy's allowed now to go back to Starfleet. So, but he says, I'll be back. I'll come back a lot to nurse my niece. Anyway, so off she's heading back to Starfleet, and there we go. Here's the where she comes back. Rutherford's fixing a door. I'm guessing there must be a passage of time now, a few days maybe. Rutherford's fixing another door, the transporter room door, it seems, because he does all that, and then suddenly she's there. Is Tendy. He gives her a big hug, and I must admit, I did get a little bit teary-eyed. I did with this, coming back together again. What's the word? Anyway, yes, it did make me a little bit emotional because I'm a big soft get. But anyway, then all the others arrive there, and she wants to head back to the ship. Oh no, start working on our shuttle. And they say, oh no, I've got to tell you, something's happened. But we see that, for God's sake, hang on, Talana's, there we go, taking it all apart again, so they can start building it again from scratch. So they're all happy about that. Anyway, so there we go. They're all happy that she's back, and this is where she learns that they've been taking all the jewels and money and stuff from that other, from the Targallons, and it's up in the Cerritos' hold, which is a bit suspect, isn't it? But anyway, they're saying how many jewels. Because they were just going to, put them in the matter recombinator or whatever the hell it's called. But they decided that House Tendy is going to be the disposal company or whatever of the Targallan fortune or whatever. Proud to serve as the Wealth Disposal Service, there we go, of Targallus 9. So there we go. And we also learned that the Blue Orions are now working for the Tendys for some reason. Don't know why, they just are. So setting them to work. Oh, is that it? And I think that's the end of that episode. I think. We see the Orion ship, which is the same as that we saw in the animated series. Anyway, but keep those out of your mouth. And that's it. That's the end of that episode. Another fun episode. I've really enjoyed these first 2 episodes. I hope they keep it up. They generally do. So there we go. That's the first 2 episodes of Star Trek Lower Decks in the bag. A lot of fun. I really enjoyed them. And I hope they keep it up. And I don't know what other episodes we've got coming up. Does it say here? It doesn't say. But I did see. If you just search Lower Deck Season 5 on Google. But on episode 3, they're hunting nanites on a resort in space. And the episode 4, it's just got a title and no description. But it's called A Farewell to Arms. But anyway, they're just back to 1 episode a week from now on. So next week's they're going to hunt nanites, but I don't know what the episode's called. It just says episode 3. And then the week after, A Farewell to Farms. Sorry, I can't read. A Farewell to Farms. So they must be on some farming world. I wonder if it's that one where Boimler nearly got eaten by that. Well, he wasn't being eaten. It was just sucking the salt off him or something like that, wasn't it? Wonder if it's that. I don't know. But anyway. Right. We'll leave it there. I'll score them. Yes, I'll score them, by the way. The first episode, I'm going to give an 8 out of 10. Second episode, about similar. Yeah, I'll give them both 8 out of 10. Because they were both really, really good and I really enjoyed them. So there we go. So that's 8 out of 10. For both episodes. Right, we'll leave it there. So look forward to next week's episodes. But as I said earlier, don't forget to like and subscribe and share the videos and drop a comment. Hit the notification bell if you're subscribed already. Right, so thanks for watching wherever you are. Look after each other. Hang on, I've just got to sort myself out. Look after each other, and until next time, I'll see thee.